Hello baseball fans and welcome to the latest baseball adventures of El Tipo. El Tipo here, and I'm still in Chicago, but the moment you all been waiting for, we're finally at Wrigley Field. So stay tuned, I'm going to take you on a tour outside because this place has got a massive upgrade since the last time I was here. Show you what's going on outside, and then we're going to go in and show you the historic Wrigley Field. All right, guys, we're outside Wrigley Field right now, and we're on Waveland Avenue. Now, what's the significance of being on Waveland Avenue? Well, one significant thing is that inside Wrigley Field, batting practice happens. And, you know, it's not a very big park, so if you're lucky, during batting practice, you might be able to get a ball out here. That's a really cool thing. I mean, people are standing around waiting for balls because batting practice is just about to start. So, if you're ever down here, get here a few hours early before the game during batting practice, and who knows, maybe you might be able to catch one. All right, guys, when you're outside of Wrigley Field and you're walking around, you're going to notice some player names, some bricks with some very special messages on them. I mean, they're all around the park. We're right now behind third base, left field, so you can check it out, walk around, see all the nice little messages that Cub fans have left, and some of the great players they have out here. All right, for all you guys that don't want to go into Wrigley Field for a baseball game, well, this place has something very special. The rooftop seats for a small nominal fee, and I'm not going to tell you how much that nominal fee is. You guys are just going to have to look for it yourself. You guys get to sit on top of a building and watch a game from outside of Wrigley Field. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to be inside. All right, guys, so scattered all around outside the park are statues of former Cub players and even a former Cub announcer. So right now I'm in front of Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub himself. Now, I could show you all the other ones, but what fun would that be for your baseball adventure? So why don't you guys come down to Wrigley Field and see the other statues around here as I just show you Ernie Banks for right now, because what fun is that? So come on down to Wrigley Field, guys. All right, guys, time for El Tipo Vision. As you can see, this place has got a fresh coat of paint. Well, that's because a couple of years ago, the Chicago Cubs decided, I think this place needs a facelift. I mean, just by looking at the outside and all the new things that they added just outside alone, there's no way you can tell that this stadium is the second oldest stadium in all of baseball, being built in 1914. I mean, they did a really good job just on the outside, so I really can't wait till I get on the inside and check it out. All right, guys, something else they added when they refurbed this place, the DraftKings Fantasy Sports Zone. A nice little sports bar area to get your drink on during the game, before the game, maybe after the game. Who knows, but it's a nice little addition. It looks like it's been here for the entire time, even though we all know it's brand spanking new. All right, guys, so that's a lot of the fun stuff out here, but it's time to get inside the park and see what we got going on in there with all the new rehabs since the last time I've been here. All right, guys, we are inside Wrigley Field, and let me tell you, nothing feels better than an old ballpark field, and you can't get much older than this unless you're Fenway. So, I mean, I gotta love the new paint job they do. It doesn't look as bad and as chippy as it did when I came back in 2011, where everything looked like it was falling apart. But this, the new additions, the new paint job, the newer color scheme, I mean, it's still kind of gray and green, but it does really have that old ballpark feel that I love so much, and it's so great in here. So we're gonna walk around, maybe get some food, and see what else this place has to offer since the last time I was here. All right, guys, historic Wrigley Field. Look how beautiful. The ivory is green, the old scoreboard and the new digital Wintrust one, but the Budweiser and also that, and everything's still going on. Beautiful green seats. Look at those brand new-ish bleachers. It gives a whole new meaning to the bleacher bums because they're not really bumming it out there. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it already. Let me go see where my seats are. Let me go get some food and we'll continue with Wrigley Field. All right, guys, I'm in section 523. As you can see behind me, I'm the second to last row of the stadium, but I gotta give this park a lot of credit. I still feel like I'm right there in the action. I mean, it doesn't look like there's really a bad seat in this park unless you're in the bleachers. I will never sit in the bleachers again at 1 p.m. on a Sunday in the summer. You turn purple. But no, great seats. I mean, these seats cost me $8, I believe, maybe, I think. So for $8, I gotta go watch a baseball game. But for right now, getting kind of hungry. Think I might have to go get myself a Chicago dog. All right, guys, I finally found one. Little word of advice, come to Wrigley Field, bring cash, because I walked this place a few times looking for a place to accept credit card, but I finally found it. A Wrigley dog. Oh, that looks good. Now, if y'all remember my trip to the Friendly Confines in Orlando, I had their version of the Chicago Wrigley dog. I mean, onions, tomatoes, peppers, very green relish from what it looks like on a peppered bun. So let's see how this one compares to the Friendly Confines. You know, Friendly Confines had a very good one, but nothing can beat the original Wrigley Field dog. I mean, so good. I gotta take another bite out of it. I love their hot dogs here. Now, of course, when you have a hot dog, you gotta wash it down with something. So I went out and got myself a Goose Island 1060 wit. I have no idea what it is. You know what? The hot dog's a lot better than that. Beer tastes a little flat. I know it's not flat. I know it's more the flavor of it is. Definitely not getting it again, but definitely will get one of these hot dogs again. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see behind me, so I'm gonna move. Clearing up batting practice, which means we're about to start the game, which means I am done. I hope you've enjoyed this episode at the historic Wrigley Field. I love this place. I am definitely coming back if I get to be under the shade on a nice 70-degree day. Highly recommend. If you are a baseball fan, whether it's Cubs, Marlins, Red Sox, Yankees, it doesn't matter. Make a trip out to Wrigley Field. You will not regret it. And if you're brave enough, go sit in the brand new bleachers. Until next time, I'm Tipo. Like and subscribe to our page, and let's go baseball.